Shalom, giving all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Bahashem, Yahushai Bahashem. Dash double honors unto the elders and apostles of great mill stand up well. And shalom unto the 144,000 elect men of the nation of Israel that are destined to be saved. Excuse me. Slacking. I'm the brother Kalab from the GMS UK London Forecasters Camp, coming back at you with another lesson to help edify those of which I spoke of. So this is just going to be a quick one. In the news yesterday, I saw this article. It says Sony is requiring PlayStation gamers to verify their age by June 2026. In the UK, PlayStation gamers will soon have to verify their age. Are you affected? The change is in line with the UK's Online Safety Act. Now, this is the interesting point. The UK Online Safety Act. Let's get into it. It says Sony is now asking PlayStation gamers to verify their age to comply with the United Kingdom's Online Safety Act. Some gamers are starting to see notifications roll out to their PlayStation consoles. Although age verification is currently optional, it will become mandatory for all players after June 2026. The consequences for not verifying your age on PlayStation are that you may lose access to communication features associated with online play. That includes the use of party chat rooms and text messaging. Access to third-party communication apps like Discord will also be revoked, as well as the ability to live stream your gameplay on YouTube or Twitch directly from your console. It is worth noting that gamers will still be able to play their games as normal if they don't verify their age. That includes being able to play PEGI 18 rated games. This is weird, right? It says you'll still be able to play the games, even those that are rated PEGI 18. So isn't that strange? If this so-called act is to protect children from harmful content, why would the children still be allowed to play 18 plus rated games? Doesn't make any sense. See, what does make sense if you understand the fact that this isn't really about online safety, it's about the UK government, which really is the test bed for this type of program, because once they see it successful here, it's going to be rolled out all across the world. But basically, this is a way for the government to try to remove anonymity online, because a lot of these so-called age verification processes require you to either upload an image of your face via your passport, or to have your face scanned by some software to prove your age. And the reason for this is because the free flow of information is really a threat to the government's control. So what they try to do is remove anonymity online and tie individual accounts to individuals in society, so that if you make a post that's somewhat how do you say that could be considered questioning the government, or perhaps even dangerous to the government, that they could come after you. Bear me a second, Salakia. Yeah, so as I was saying, this is a way for the government to use age verification, and they say it's to protect children from harmful sites, but it's more to push towards this digital ID system, which is what the UK government's trying to roll out. Because, forgive me, probably hasn't messed up the sound. That's an alarm I had. But it's more to push digital ID so that they can be traced back to individual citizens, so that when you make a harmful post or a post that's against the established order, you can be arrested, because what it is your face is then linked to your online account, which, as I said, removes anonymity online and also pushes people one step closer to the digital ID system, which is what the UK government is trying hard to roll out. And obviously we know that the digital ID system is one step away from the MOTB system. So at the end of the day, when it comes to prophecy, things are moving in the right direction, that's for sure. But yeah, it says PlayStation is locking messages and voice chats behind age verification. And that's what a lot of people tend to use when they're gaming online, especially if they're like playing with their friends in like team party games. Like sometimes you'll be in a game with a party, such as Fortnite or Call of Duty or whatever, and you want to communicate with the players on your team, well, guess what? You're no longer going to be able to do that unless you go through the age verification process. So it says, let's keep reading on this article. It says, a support page on Sony's website reads, "We use age verification to deliver." Annoying. Where was I? A support page on Sony's website reads, "We use age verification to deliver the best PlayStation experience for your age and to help protect our younger users." Right? If you have not completed age verification, you can continue to play on PlayStation, but communication features won't be available until you do. Sony is utilizing Yoti for its age verification process, the same tool that plenty of other tech businesses operating in the UK have utilized. In fact, it is the same one that Xbox uses to provide age verification for its users. There are several ways that Yoti can verify your age, including submitting a valid government-issued identification, performing a facial scan, see there you go, with your phone's camera, or by issuing your mobile phone provider with a third-party verification. To complete the age verification process, players can visit this page on Sony's website and scan the QR code to complete the process. Will you be verify your age with Sony to continue using online connection features? That's the end of the article. So a lot of people are going to do this because, unfortunately, I have to just call a spade a spade. When it comes to video games, a lot of people are actually addicted to them. Now, this isn't something that really gets talked about much, but video game addiction is a very, very real thing. And sometimes if you threaten someone's how do you say their hobby or their addiction, they won't want to lose it. They won't want to give it up because unfortunately they don't have the willpower to forsake certain things. So a lot of people who are avid gamers are actually addicted to these things. So they're going to do whatever it takes to continue to feed that addiction, and at the end of the day, that's their lot. Now, there's nothing wrong with technically, you're not going off if you go through this age verification process, but when it comes to them issuing the MOTB and saying that you need that to now continue to access online services and features, that's where we do have a problem, and that's when it would be going off to do such a thing. But this is all very interesting because this really goes back a couple years, probably even further than that, but I do remember a specific event here in the UK which triggered this online safety thing. There was a MP, was his name David Amess, if I'm not mistaken. Let me look it up, hang on. Yeah, it was David Amess, right? This guy got stabbed to death. He got stabbed to death when he was doing a what do you call it? A public event where these MPs, what was it? I don't know if it's an MP or politician. Yeah, politician, not an MP. Oh, he was actually MP. Yeah. Basically, he was stabbed to death in 15th of October 2021 at a event where he was meeting and greeting the public. And I remember as soon as this event happened, you had I think she was the then foreign, was it Home Secretary, Preeti Patel? Forgive me if I forget a correct job title. But I remember she came out the next day saying, "Oh, we need online safety to protect people, and the online people are able to say anything they want, and there's no ramifications. We need to have online safety. We need to have online safety." And that's when they started pushing hard for this digital ID thing, and the digital ID tied to online safety, so they say, and that's when they were pushing hard. But to be honest, this guy, it was an assassination, and personally, I believe it was an inside job. This guy got sacrificed in order to push the agenda. So yeah, that's when they started ramping up this whole online safety, and at the end of the day, we know that this all ties into them trying to push people into the MOTB system. And, the big thing here in the UK is digital IDs, which Tony Blair has been pushing for the longest time. This is it's from the AI. It says the UK government is rolling out a free voluntary, no, it's not voluntary, it's going to be mandatory, digital ID scheme, often referred to as brick cards, stored in phone wallets to securely verify age. So like a securely verify age. Ah, oh, fucking annoying sentence. Securely verify identity, age, and residency. There you go. You see, they want to know exactly who's who and who's posting what, so they can roll up on your door and jack your ass up if you go against the government, right? Integrated within the gov.uk one login. There you go, man. It aims to streamline access to public services and private sector tasks like right to work checks with high level encryption for security. It says aspects of UK digital ID 25-26 plans. Purpose to make easier to prove identity online, offline, reduce fraud and simplify public service access. So yeah, if you want to access public services, you're going to have this ID, right? Storage. Digital credentials will be stored securely on personal smartphones. So everybody got to have a smartphone, yeah? Okay, cool. Functionality. The system will act as an authoritative proof of identity, including name, date of birth, nationality or residency status. Implementation. The government is establishing a statutory footing for the services through the Data Use and Access Act 2025. Privacy, designed with built-in security, allowing for revocation if a phone is lost or stolen. Context and development, voluntary basis. See, there you go. They try and say, oh, it's voluntary. You don't lose anything. But soon it won't be voluntary. Soon this will be the only way to prove who you are. All right? While integrated into government services, current plans focus on providing a secure voluntary option rather than a mandatory national ID card. Relationship to previous plans, unlike previous physical ID card proposals, scrapped in 2011, this is the digital first approach. Alternative systems. The Registrar of Digital Identity and Attribute Services lists certified private providers and gov.uk one login is currently used for accessing government services. So yeah, that's it, man. At the end of the day, that's it. At the end of the day, so let's get precept. At the end of the day, everything's fine. You can do this stuff until it gets to this point. This is the cutoff point, right? Revelation 14. I'll read. Revelation 14:9, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive a mark in his forehead or in his hand. So that word there, mark, means, it goes back to the word karagba, which means thing inserted. So, that digital ID, RFID chip that's going to be inserted underneath your skin, you can't take that. You can do the whole digital ID thing, online verification thing, if that's what you want to do. It's your prerogative. You can do it if you choose to. But when it comes to the government saying we need to issue you with this RFID digital ID, RFID chip in your skin, which is the mark of the beast, then you have to say no. Fuck you, Esau. That's where you draw the line, right? So it says, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image and receive a mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb, and the smoke of their torment ascendeth up for ever and ever, and they have no rest day nor night who worship the beast and his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name. Here is the patience of the saints, here are they that keep the commandments of the Most High, and the faith of Yahushua. So that's that. Lord willing, that lesson was edified. So with that, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory once again to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors unto the elders and apostles of Great Mill Stand Up well, and shalom to the 144,000 elect men of the nation of Israel, and the rest of the elect are destined to be saved and are captured in the Lexus, and Lord willing, shalom for now.